money bomb. This money bomb will hopefully raise money for 9/11 responders who need immediate health care, who need living expenses, medical expenses, prescription expenses paid for. Just this past week, the Bush administration implemented a $3 trillion budget for 2009, and the 9/11 responders and all the health facilities, mental counseling, a lot of it was cut by 77%. It's mind-boggling that presidential candidates can raise hundreds of millions of dollars to run for office, but yet we can't get $1 billion a year for health insurance, health coverage, and anything to do with health. It's an insult, and it's proof that the wealthy get wealthier and the poorer get poorer. And I'm disgusted and I'm fed up, and I hope everybody else is too, and that we challenge these elected officials to do the right thing. But if we have $3 billion a week to kill people, we can have $1 billion a year to save lives. I'm not asking for much. Great institutions like Mount Sinai and Robert Wood Johnson, Stony Brook, Occupational Hazard, all of these 9/11 facilities need to keep running. They're all running low on funding, and we, the American people, need to make sure that these places stay open and run while the federal government sits idle, turns their back on us, and denies us and neglects us. 70% of 9/11 responders are sick. 70% have some sort of respiratory problem. Hundreds have leukemia. Hundreds have cancer. This is no longer a coincidence. These men and women risk their lives without prejudice, and they need your help more than ever. They cannot even put gas in their car to get to the doctor. They cannot even put food on their table. They're losing their houses, and they're dying in shame. Let's restore a little pride and a little dignity to these heroes, because when you look up the word hero in the dictionary, it says person noted for noble achievement. No one's being noted for anything. The Bush administration turned their back on us. They want no responsibility to 9/11. They want no accountability to 9/11. So be it. Please leave the White House in the next 11 months. I'll never mention your name again. But do not call us heroes, and do not say thank you for our services when you've turned your back on us. To me, you should be in jail for crimes against humanity. I've seen too many of my good friends get sicker and die. I've been to over a dozen funerals in the last 2 years. More will die. More will die even with your help. But more will die with dignity and pride. Let's make America great again. Let's start with the average American making that difference. I can't knock on everybody's door or call everybody. But 6.5 years ago, this country was never more united. We were under attack. So many brave men and women came to New York from every state and did their part for their country. And a lot of you donated then. But a lot of that money didn't get to those heroes. A lot of that was taken by the top and kept at the top. So people ask me, why should I donate? If you can go to McDonald's and get a number 2 and spend $6, then you can spend $6 on donating it to a 9/11 responder. He or she needs that help. I'm asking you and I'm imploring you. And I've only done it twice on national TV. But if this is a reminder, I want you to know why you should donate to the 9/11 cause and to 9/11 responders. This is what happened to me at Ground Zero. I live every day like this. While I'm helping hundreds and thousands of people, this is what happened to me. I don't wish that on anybody. My life was altered 6.5 years ago. And I took 32 surgeries, and I moved on. And I'm asking this country to move on with us. And let's not forget what we left behind, and that's thousands of sick men and women who are dying from the aftermath of 9/11. Presidential candidates talk about change. Change this, we're going to change that, we need change. The American people want change. Change starts at the bottom and works its way up. Change starts with the average American making a difference, like I did. and helping those less fortunate and forcing Washington, D.C. to change. I'm asking the American people to join us on February 16th with We Are Change, 9/11 Health Now, and the Feel Good Foundation. You can click on to firstrespondersfirst.com and join this special day, because we're going to do a money bomb and we're going to raise as much money as we can for 9/11 responders. This money will go to 9/11 responders directly to pay their medical bills, their insurance bills, their prescription bills, put food on their table for them and their kids, while the Bush administration and the federal government has let us down on every level. We ask the American people for help. Internet, the power of the internet, MySpace, blogging, these are new tools over the last few years for the younger generation. So I ask everybody to get on the internet and spread the word of this money bomb on February 16th. FirstRespondersFirst.com. If Ron Paul can raise millions of dollars, and he, rightfully so, he's a great man, if he can raise millions of dollars to run for political office, then we should be able to raise money, and hopefully millions, but any money we should be able to raise to help human life. And by going to all of these websites, wearechange.org, feelgoodfoundation.com, and firstresponderfirst.com, you can make a difference and you can help somebody. Thank you. The Feel Good Foundation averages one 9/11 responder coming to us every 3 or 4 days. Sometimes we get 6 in a day. Sometimes we get 4 in a day. Sometimes we go a whole week without it. The fact of the matter is, if the federal government was doing their job, I wouldn't even be in business. But this is just pending cases of people that need help. The demand is not being met by the supply. And although we're trying our hardest, just in the month of January, we donated $11,000. I'm on pace to donate over $100,000 again this year. But we need the American people's help. These people need your help. There's over 80 cases here of people waiting for help. The stress that's put on myself and my board members to help these people immediately has never been more noticed. Now, while we become, in my mind, the forefront leader in helping 9/11 responders, we need the American people's help on February 16th. But if I gave everybody here $250, that'd be 20 grand. I need help. The Feel Good Foundation needs help. We Are Change needs help. 9/11 responders need help. 70% of those who work the pile, and personally I think it's more, need help. They haven't worked in 5 or 6 years. They've become deathly ill. How do we let our brothers and sisters and fellow Americans suffer? So when you're enjoying your meal, and you're going to the club, or you're going to a sporting event, or you're buying yourself that new $200 jacket, just think that $5 or $10 of that could have went to helping somebody. If every American donated $1, that'd be $350 million. It'd be a start and a step in the right direction in helping heroes. And let's just not stop at 9/11. Let's help those Iraqi vets who are coming home with no limbs. As an Army veteran, I'm disgusted with the way they're treated. This administration, I said earlier, has let the American people down with the Iraqi war, 9/11, and Katrina. Shame on them. Human life has literally taken a backseat to economics. This country's in a bad place. And like I said before, it's up to the American people to make change. Show Washington what change truly is. They can throw out all that political rhetoric, and they can do their campaign speeches saying, I believe in change. But change starts here. And if you think of the word change, you think of caring. You think of help. You think of assisting. You think of navigating. You think of guiding. And then you embrace him. And that spells out change. I implore and I challenge all Americans to make 5 minutes out of their time on February 16th. Click on firstresponderfirst.com and make a difference and create change. Because change starts with you.